types of things. So think of things like that. Or if you're in a long, let's say you're driving, I don't mind you moving your legs and do some active things while you're in the car driving, those sorts of things. Stop at a rest stop and go on a walk. Don't just go and sit and eat.
Just go to the restaurant.
Or go to there, that's because that's what probably the temptation is, to do that. So when we talk about nutrition, things like, and this is a short list, okay? There is no shortage of nutritional advice for arthritis. There are 3 types of things. And in fact, I had a patient today tell me he did like an egg white membrane extract and it really helped. So there's lots of things that are available, and even some of these essential oils and all this, there's a lot of ideas out there. And so I just thought I would put this up. So omega-3 fatty acids, MSM, adrenal protomorphogens, you may not have heard of that, but that's somewhat controversial. But you can actually take what they call desiccated adrenal. That's if you take the adrenal gland and kind of grind it up and make it into a pill, you're actually taking adrenal. It's kind of like eating liver, so it's kind of, the people who are detractors say it'll all be absorbed. Once it's the acid here, nothing will go into your body. Okay, well, let's say your adrenal gland is pooped. What are you going to do? You've got to do something to give it, make sure it has the building blocks. And so I guess I don't really care if it gets torn down. If it's there, then available to build back up if the body needs it, it can. Antioxidants like vitamin E, selenium, disc complex, ligaments, and disc, and all sorts of manufacturers have all sorts of things. So if you whatever the brand is, you want to be in not the cheap. Don't go to Costco and buy the things that you buy in the big tubs, right? Spend a little bit more of a reputable, and I like the vitamin lines where they take pride and they are very fastidious with the quality, and they're often, a company will have been formed. They are expensive, right? I mean, this is the downside of that. So that's why I say you may not want to do all of these, but it kind of gives you a strategy. Kind of how do I actually address this? The calcium magnesium to make sure the muscles have the adequate balance, and usually a ratio about 2 to 1 would be the conventional wisdom, because calcium makes the muscle contract, magnesium makes it relax. If you're tight all the time, explore a magnesium deficiency, right? This is so easy to make sure kind of those, if you haven't done that, or maybe you did a long time ago, maybe you need to kind of revisit that sort of thing. So chondroitin, sulfate, glucosamine for cartilage health. So these are substances that help the cartilage rejuvenate itself, because it's being destroyed because it keeps getting pounded and smashed to smithereens. And then I love a high quality, make sure you've got some sort of high quality multiple vitamin sort of thing that you're doing. And then I would say wellness chiropractic should be an important part of your life, and I say from 1 to 2 times a month, mirror image specific to you. So this is, we don't want to just do kind of generic stuff. We want to do things that are tailored to your specific posture and that will help your body and your nerve system function more efficiently. This is really what it's about, right? That's, so let's see. And then adjust the adrenal. So I showed, like T9, we talked about the protomorphogen for the adrenal. Well, the reason the adrenal is important is that's where your body makes its own cortisol. So getting an adjustment can be like getting a cortisone shot, but instead of a pig cortisone, your body will squirt out a little bit of its own. Now, the downside is, what if, it's crazy, is that they've got to grow it in something and harvest it from somewhere. So it's, although one of the things like for the immune system is colostrum, which is cow colostrum, so trying to figure out how to get some of these things, it often involves another animal of some sort. That is the reality. But we would rather your own adrenal gland make it. But if your adrenal gland is all pooped out because you've been stressed out all the time or something like that, we need to, your adrenal may take some time to rebuild itself. So that's really exciting. So when is the right time to start chiropractic? This is now. You can't unboil a hard-boiled egg. It's better to catch it before it has been boiled. So sometimes I have people, I have the whole gamut. I have some people, in fact, I wanted to share this gal. She was 31, and I showed her neck to her, and bless her little heart, look at that, how straight her neck is. Her head is 2.24 centimeters forward. And we talked with her, so she decided she wanted to try to rebend that. The beautiful thing about this, we don't see a lot of degenerative changes or anything like that, right? So I was excited about this because this gives me a chance to really do something. Most of the time, people who are willing to invest in a reconstruction protocol, usually they have a pretty substantial health issue. And usually it's been going on so long, and usually we're dealing with some degenerative changes, right? So I thought this would be kind of fun to show you, because it's been a really kind of neat thing. So this was midpoint along the way, and she was having a little bit of trouble with buckling down and getting her traction. She's got 2 young kids and is a single mom and things like this. But that was a beautiful amount of improvement. And then this is the next. Yeah, you see that curve in her neck? Isn't that gorgeous what's starting to happen? And so the thing that's exciting to me is, and her head is now less than 2 centimeters forward, so it's now 1 point something centimeters, right? So the ideal thing is we would want that head to be about 1 centimeter or less forward, right? I'd like it to be 0 would be the ideal, but from a functional standpoint, 1/2 inch or less is really would be great. And the curved number, hers is 42. We want that to be at least 30, 35, somewhere in that range. But this is so I went ahead and put a slide so you can actually see the 3 of them together. And it's kind of fun to actually see this. Yeah.
How long does that take?
So this for her was about 8 months. Yeah. And and it's one of those neat things to see this, and it's like, wow, that's kind of cool. So I guess the question is, when's the time for you to start taking back your health? And so I hope the answer is now. We will have this posted on our website, and I did bring this model because as we talk about this, I want to make sure that it's not just a theoretical idea, that you can actually see and touch these things. And I have these available if you want to, just play with these and think about these. But as we don't cook, that's right, exactly. So thank you so much for coming tonight, and I hope that this isn't all the answers, right? But it actually will present and open a conversation that will be continuing as you guys come in and things like that. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening. All right.
Thank you.